Hello everyone and welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV gameplay. We've got level 4 Arcanist on the go, and we're going to see if we can get him up to at least level 6 during this episode, I'd say, maybe 7. We'll see how it goes. Remember last time we had to deliver the missing persons list to some dude at Bulwark Hall. Our main quest was locked until level 5, so we actually have to get to level 5 before we can get that quest from the Drowning Wench. Badron had that quest for us. I've now got my hunting logs, so I can show you that these little icons here above the monsters' heads means I can attack them and kill 3 of them and get a small XP bonus for killing the certain types of enemies that are in that book. Obviously that'll boost my level up by I think a couple of hundred. I can show you in the hunting log. I need 3 ladybirds to get 75 XP, which I've just finished with that last one. These wharf rats are for my quest. I need to kill 5 of these. Hunting log, there's also the lost lambs that we saw from the fate yesterday. Wind spirits, which are also around on this plane as far as I can remember. Puck hatchling, not sure where they are. Nesting buzzard, still not quite sure. Boggy, no idea, but we'll get to that later on. Each reward obviously is good. Once we've finished everything in this book, we get a 2,500 XP reward, which will be useful by the time we get a bit higher level. But for now we'll just continue killing these wharf rats and get this quest finished, and then go find the Orlia, which we saw yesterday, the day before, yeah, yesterday. And then we can turn all in quests, get the XP, hopefully hit level 5 and continue with the main story and the guild quest, because the guild quest was also locked until level 5 also. Once them quests have been done, we should have a bit more armour for my character, maybe a few new weapons, or I could even go buy some new weapons. That's the wharf rats done for Badron as a side quest. So now if we run down here, the Orlia should be somewhere just over on this little coastal bit here. I have noticed as well that YouTube compression does not like this grass, so I'm sorry if it goes a little bit pixelated in certain areas while I'm running about in the world, but there's nothing I can really do about it. I can try and see what I can do. I've toned down the graphics as much as I can for the grass, but it doesn't really do as much as I thought it would. So if it does look a little bad, I apologise for that. Hopefully you still enjoy great content this game has to offer. The best thing about this carbuncle as well, if I don't get targeted by it first, it does then target my carbuncle, whatever's fighting me, which means I don't have to take damage. And to do it at level 4, I can use my physics spell, which is a small cure, on my own carbuncle to heal it, so I could effectively just use that to do all the damage for me, or DPS, while I just heal it. If you are like a total noob coming into this and don't know what DPS stands for, like you don't really play RPGs but you want to get into them, DPS stands for damage per second. That's them done. Now I don't think there's any more quests we can do over here. What's this sheepish request? No, that's very good. Right, we can go back to the city now, so I'll use my return to into the lower decks. And we can go hand in these quests and continue the last quest out of the 4 that we've got to do. There we go, back in the city. We'll just run to the Bulwark Hall now and hand in these quests. I'll leave these up for a few seconds so you can read them yourselves if you want to pause the video and do it, because the reading them out, it'd take me hours and hours to get through this game, because like I've probably got 400 hours, maybe even more, I don't even know, on my PlayStation account, and I honestly had to stop reading through like 100 hours into the game because I got nowhere. I was literally like level 25 and still reading. So if you want to read it, just pause the video. I'll leave it up for a few seconds so you can just keep pausing it and pausing it, but if not, just follow along with me. Most of the side quests don't really say too much. It's generally either just lore or they're just explaining what they actually want you to do, but it gives you a small like report at the side there, so you can actually just easily figure out where you want to go, and it's all highlighted on your mini-map anyway. All the things that you'll need to know are explained within cutscenes or from the important people, so them ones I may read out, I may not, it depends on how I feel I guess, but I probably won't. I'll definitely let you watch the cutscenes though if it does pop up, because it's just, the cutscenes are amazing. I have to right click that. See, this is one of them quests where it's literally just run, go activate a few things, run, go activate a few more, and then go and get your reward. It's nothing major, but it's that little bit of extra XP. It should only take me a few seconds to do anyway, and then we should be even closer to that level 5 mark. While we're doing this as well, I will explain the UI to you. Down here, this is your inventory and character. Where's this lamp? Oh, it's down below. Wrong side. Yeah, this is your character UI, so if I click this, it will open up what's equipped to my character and show me all the stats. The more you level up, you do get attributes to put on yourself, as well as what you get through equipping different armor sets. These are all the inventory slots that you get, so if I click that, then you'll see that I've got my potions. If you don't close it, I've got my potions, and obviously the grey one down that we got last episode, which is used for crafting. Animal skins that I've got from killing stuff, and like ethers and everything else. All of that shows up down there. You can disable that if you don't like that being there, and obviously just press I, which opens up the same inventory slot. And I've still just gone the wrong way. God damn it! I'm a tool. Obviously you have quick buttons there just to open up each different menu that you need, like obviously character, which is just the same, inventory, GUI list, all your logs. UI, obviously all your parties shown up here when you're in battles in dungeons, or if you've got a summon equipped or your chocobo mount when you eventually get one. Where is this lamp? Oh, it's below. Okay. You get your pet hotbar, which obviously you can tell it to like attack, obey, whatever moves you tell it to do. I usually just let it auto attack and do whatever moves it wants because it's easier than having to constantly press the buttons for it. And then you have your 2 hotbars down here. Each hotbar you can have literally up to 8, I think. Yeah, 8 full hotbars of, or 9, 10. It goes well higher on this, I didn't realise. So you get 11 in total. You get 10 that you can customise to your character's needs, and then 1 extra for your pet bar, which shows up anyway when you summon it. There we go, that's all our lamps done. We'll go turn this in now. And attune to the safety racks. I don't think I've done it already, have I? Oh yeah, I have. Never mind. The UI is pretty straightforward. It's very easy. Like, you can very easily get used to this game and play it without much help from anyone. It's when you start getting into the dungeons and needing to know what you should be doing and where you should be doing it, but I thought I'd run you through the entire game just so you can see how amazing it is, and obviously if you'd rather just watch the game rather than paying subscription for it yourself and see what it's all about, then you can obviously just watch it here. The dungeons are the selling point in this for me though, because you can have a dungeon that will give you a 90-minute time limit. May only take you 20 minutes if you know what you're doing, and obviously your group of people that you're with know what they're doing and fairly strong. Or you could be complete noobs going into it for the first time with a group of noobs that are going into it for the first time and get maybe 50 minutes of gameplay out of it. So there could be, like, I'll try and keep every video to like 25 minutes, but if we get to the dungeons I may end up making it a good 40-minute video because of how long some of the dungeons actually are. I may even go on for longer than that. But the dungeons look so good. Like, the first dungeon we come to is called Sastasha, and it looks amazing. It is one of the best, like, graphical things that you come across in the whole of the start of the game. There we go, we've got some options to get some new clothes now, so we can either get the Disciple of War clothing, which obviously we're not Disciple of War, or the Hemp and Half Robe, which is for all classes, or some Algan tin pieces, which you can sell for a small amount of money. But I'm going to go with the Hemp and Half Robe because obviously that is for my class. And we've just hit level 5, so we can now equip that as well. So if we go to my body, we can change that over, and there we go. I've now got my first mage item for my character. You can hand in this other quest as well, and get the second piece, which is now my hat. And we can also accept now the main quest. I don't like that it's all green, that is a bit disgusting, but yeah, we can now accept the main quest line story, which also gives us the option to get some new shoes as well when we've finished it. So he's asking me if I'd like a trip outside the city walls. We've got to go to Sunford Farms, talk to a guy called Stelworm. It says he needs an adventurer, my name came to mind. We need directions, now I don't really know where it is, but yeah, thanks anyway. So now we've got the main quest line story, we need to head down to the Arcanist Guild to get the level 5 quest from there too. And once we've got that, we can go finish both quests, get maybe a new, I'm going the wrong way, maybe a new spell for us, or maybe some new items. I think it's new items. I don't think you start getting spells until level 10, or a new book until level 10. The more you progress through your Arcanist storyline, the more you get new spells to learn that you can't learn just by leveling up. And then eventually when you get to the job levels where you change class but you are still the same class, if you get what I mean, like the original Final Fantasies basically, you get like your main class and then 2 job roles, and you can choose which job role you'd like to go into, and you get spells based on that job. So if we talk to the Guildmaster now, obviously her quest is unlocked. You can get the custom made robe of casting, which is actually better than what I've just got by a little bit. The hempen hat, which we've just got, or different accessories, which is either a bone ring or copper wristlets, which both give intelligence and mind, and both are higher level than I am. Or you can get the 5 Algan tin pieces, which are obviously for money. Must have remind Arcanist to take meals because I'm lost in studies. A few wild dodos, don't want to kill mandragoras, so that's not too difficult, it's just another hunting quest. So if we head back to the Drowning Wench now, or the FFXIV Plaza, and go out of the town, we can go finish off these 2 quests and continue with the main story and the Arcanist story. So on the minimap you can see that the lost lambs show up in this little area. They are obviously all around it, but it does help to have like the orange cursor show you where they are on the minimap. If you are so far away, like you can see that there's that orange arrow that will be displayed just so you know which way is ahead to find a specific monster. These are also part of a hunting log as well, which makes it easier. I'm getting double XP basically. Kill 3 of them, get the bonus for the hunting log, and then go hand in the quest once we kill the wild orders and magic guys, and we're all good. As well, if you've noticed, the Carbuncle has been using backdraft, which pushes them away once they get so close to my character, which is useful so you can get them extra few hits in when you are at lower level if the enemy is particularly strong or you just don't want to take damage. Right, that's that done. Now we can head further up here, go kill the Mandragoras. I think that wild dodos are on this plane too, as far as I can remember. Possibly. There is a fate here for Mandragoras, so maybe I can, yeah, I can do this. And I am now the recommended level to fight these, so I won't get panned like I did in the second episode, hopefully. But it's better now anyway, because I have the heal, which will make it a lot easier. Ah, and the book actions are here. I knew they were around here somewhere. Well, we did the fate without even trying. So that makes it useful, and I have to go find them in the magic hours. We can kill these book hatchlings to finish off the quest log for them. If the game is a little bit too dark when it hits night time like this, please tell me in the comments and I'll just turn up the brightness a little bit for you all. So I'm pretty sure you can raise the gamma on it, but there will be a lot of places that are dark like this in the game, so I might have to turn it up for you all anyway. But if it looks fine, then yeah, tell me that as well. Anything you like to actually tell me, just whack it down in comments and I'll try and sort it out as best I can. I'll try and reply as well. I always try and reply to every comment I get, or at least most of the comments I get, depending on how many comments I get in the near future. I hope you're all enjoying this playthrough too, because this is one of my favourite online multiplayer games. Like, I've played World of Warcraft, I've played RuneScape back in day. I mean, there's not really an RPG online that I haven't played. I've played Elder Scrolls Online. This one is by far my favourite, just for all the nostalgia you can get. Because obviously there's hints back to the original Final Fantasies, like 3, 10. I think 10's got one of the biggest like Easter eggs that most people don't seem to notice, but I noticed it as soon as I came up to it, and I'll have to show you it later on in the playthrough. But yeah, it's just a really nostalgic game for me, and I absolutely adore it. That, and you choose how you want to play as well, which makes it even more like enjoyable, just because of how there's some stairs, goddammit. It is basically your game once you decide what character you want and how you want to play it. See, now here's another giant aphrodite crystal just outside the city. We can tune to this and set it as home point if we like to. Teleport learn. Look, now that we've activated one of these as well, we can teleport between points from the big crystals. Like, I could be in the city and teleport to this crystal outside the city on this plane, and it would cost a little bit of gil, but obviously it'd save running back and forth from the city to here every single time. This guy wants me to collect his items. We'll do this. We'll hand in the main quest and this. Oh no, he wants me to go remove rocks from the front here with the shovel. Okay, we'll hand in the main quest. I think I'll leave it there for this one and then move on to the next episode. So let's see what Starwin has to say. Oh, it's a cutscene. I'll let you enjoy this then. There we go, we can now choose which shoes we want to get. I'm going to go with the middle ones because they are for my class. Boost my intelligence and my mind, which makes my spells more potent. And I'm just hit level 6, which makes it even better. So I'll click my shoes, there we go, and realise that I'm only wearing shorts, which is brilliant. Looks ridiculous with a stupidly long robe. We also get a new grimoire on this next main quest, so that means I have a new book to use in combat, which boosts my intelligence even more. So we'll accept this, and we'll leave this video here, I think, once we've talked to this guy. Oh well, he literally just wants me to come back fully equipped. Okay, well, I guess I can do that anyway then, because I've already done it. Yep, get the new grimoire, there we go. So we can equip that now. Set the green one, I get the brown one. Yay! I'm getting stronger every day, and we got the new spell, which is Overflow, restores 20% of maximum MP, so that's pretty useful. Well, I'll put that in the end slot. I'm going to move that as well because I don't need it. This can go there, and that can go there. Just to keep it a little bit neater and keep all my spells onto the bottom row. Right, anyway, that's it for this video, so please leave a like, comment, and you know, if there's anything you want me to change or anything that I've missed or something like that, just please let me know, and thanks for watching.